Image copyright AFP image caption James Mattis said the tragedy of war was well known. U.S. Defense Secretary James Mattis has said America still hopes to solve the North Korea crisis using diplomacy. After days of fiery rhetoric from both U.S. and North Korea, Mr. Mattis said war would be catastrophic and that diplomacy was gaining results. Pyongyang on Thursday announced it was finalizing a plan to fire 4 missiles near the U.S. territory of Guam. Earlier, President Donald Trump said North Korea should be very, very nervous if it acted against the U.S. He said the regime would be in trouble like few nations have ever been if they do not get their act together. Tensions have escalated rapidly in recent weeks after North Korea tested 2 intercontinental ballistic missiles in July. It was further angered by a subsequent UN decision to increase economic sanctions against it. Immediate playback is unsupported on your device. Media caption Guam beachgoers unfazed by North Korea threats. North Korea has said it will finalize a plan in days to fire medium to long-range rockets towards Guam, the small Pacific island where U.S. strategic bombers are based, along with more than 160,000 U.S. citizens. There has been no indication that any attack on the Pacific island is imminent. Gaining diplomatic results. Mr. Mattis, speaking in California late on Thursday, said it was his job as Defense Secretary to be ready for conflict. But he said the diplomatic effort, under Secretary of State Rex Tillerson and UN Ambassador Nikki Haley, has diplomatic traction. It is gaining diplomatic results. The tragedy of war is well enough known, he said. It doesn't need another characterization beyond the fact that it would be catastrophic. When asked about U.S. military plans for a potential conflict, Mr. Mattis said the country was ready, but I don't tell the enemy in advance what I'm going to do. They're gonna be in trouble. Speaking on Thursday at his golf club in Bedminster, New Jersey, Mr. Trump suggested his own statements on North Korea where he threatened them with fire and fury the likes of which the world has never seen had not been tough enough. Immediate playback is unsupported on your device. Media caption Trump says his earlier warning to North Korea wasn't tough enough. He also railed against previous U.S. administrations for being too weak on North Korea and again chided the North's closest ally, China, saying it could do a lot more. He said, I will tell you this, if North Korea does anything in terms of even thinking about attack of anybody that we love or we represent or our allies or us, they can be very, very nervous. I'll tell you why, because things will happen to them like they never thought possible. I will tell you this, North Korea better get their act together or they're gonna be in trouble like few nations have ever been. However, he added that the U.S. would always consider negotiations. Also on Friday, Australian Prime Minister Malcolm Turnbull said his nation would be prepared to join a conflict against North Korea if the United States came under attack. Australia would honor its commitment under the 1951 ANZUS Treaty, he said, as America would come to our aid if we were attacked. What is the ANZUS Treaty? It is a security agreement signed by Australia, New Zealand and the U.S. in 1951. The treaty is designed to act as a deterrent against aggression from other nations. Under the agreement, signatories are compelled to consult and act to meet the common danger if one is attacked. However, experts have said its precise application could be open to interpretation. Australia has invoked the treaty just once, in 2001, when it joined U.S. troops in Afghanistan after the 9/11 attacks. The U.S. and New Zealand suspended obligations to each other in the 1980s. Get news from the BBC in your inbox, each weekday morning.